Well, could you confirm if there is a second part? Of course, it will be. You're amazing. I'm very proud of you in this movie. Oh, Tosca, thank you so much. I love you. I love you so much. Let's see if I can say something else about the movie. Si Gabriel estudia aquí como reaccionaria. Reaccionaria. So if I was Gabriel at this moment, how would I have behaved? Well, Gabriel is very different from the Giulio that you guys might know. Tosca was like, no, Giulio, Gabriel, Gabriel. I was like, okay, Gabriel. Gabriel is he listens a lot. He sees a lot through people. He sees a lot through eyes of the people. And it's it's like a compressed volcano that is ready to explode all the time. But at the same time, he tried to hold himself very much. But down deep inside himself, it's this big ball of fire that is ready to explode. So he really has this, kind of a poker face that is trying to control himself and all the anger that he has with himself, especially in the first part of the movie and of the book. But then, little by little, Giulia helps him to forgive himself and to be more, forgiveful, whatever, but to be more understanding with people around him, and also the family, and Scott and everything that happened. So little by little, there's a big transformation that is just not the way that he behaves. It's the way that is actually that Gabriel is with himself. He treats himself differently, and I think that that's very interesting, because we all need someone to actually come there and say to us, hey, it's okay, don't worry, everything is okay, take your time, take a big breath, you can be sad, it's fine, it's nothing wrong with that. And I think that he didn't have that, especially because he's been an adopted child. It's not easy to actually find the need of love that this guy has and put it out there and live with it for 3-4 months while you're filming it, because it's fucking painful. It's very painful. We had a couple of scenes with Tosca and Melanie. Well, I really couldn't hold my tears. It's so painful, and so I get fascinated about people out there that might be as like Gabriel, or just by the fact that I was Gabriel in some moment of my life. I was actually, I was not happy about the fact that I was suffering a lot. And at the end of the day, it's fine, because we all suffer. We have to treat ourselves with love. And I think that that's what Giulia actually helped Gabriel to do. And I think it's very special. It's just a beautiful relation between these two people that actually, like two big fires that actually clashed with each other, and then at the very beginning they melt with each other and they start to transform themselves in something different, and it's very unique. And that's what happened also with Melanie on set. It was just fantastic working with her and with all the other people from the crew. Paul, James, and everybody, Krista, Margot, she's a lovely person, Richard, all my family, it was fantastic. It was a fantastic set. I couldn't be more lucky with that. Let me see other questions. Have you been in Assisi? Not yet. We will. Do you like Latin American women? Yes, I do. Claro que sí. What lesson Tosca gave you? What lesson Tosca gave you? Well, a lot of lessons. First of all, I never met a woman that is capable to work that huge amount of hours and then come back and have energy to spend time with their kids. Like, I was devastated by the amount of hours. I was like crumbling at home at 10 p.m. And I was like, please, I would love to order something to eat. And I was literally, guys, I was sleeping on the restaurant table. And then Tosca was coming, this beautiful blonde girl with this beautiful big blue eyes with these two crazy kids. I love them so much. We always play. I play the monster and they ran away. And I love them and I miss them so much. But anyway, and so I was like playing the monster with them. I was like playing the monster face and they were like giggling around. And Tosca was like, guys, come on, let's go to eat. And she was always happy. I mean, she's a very hard worker, and come si dice, l'etica, I don't know how to explain it in English, but basically she was able to very much divide her professional life to her personal life, and she had time for both of them. And also she's running a company, so every Saturday or Sunday she was like doing something else while I was dead in my bed. She was like, you know, working on a different project, working on a script, planning the week, working on other 25 other things that she do. I mean, she's an amazing woman, and also she teach me how to be very much specific on my work and be very respectful on the people that I work with. Not that I was not, but she is a pro. She's to another level. You know, like she did this and she did it with such passion, such drive, such love, and such respect for you guys that it was just overwhelming and was so, you know, like inspiring. I was like, how? I mean, where does she take all this energy and all this drive and all this passion? And I simply answer myself that she just loves it as you guys loves it. And I think that there's no better answer than that. So I really, really try to put myself into that mindset. And I mean, she has the Musk gene, so they're all genius in that family. So she makes no exception. Anyway, what to say more? Can you and Melanie married right now? Well, we can maybe in the future. Let's see. For now, we cannot see each other, but maybe we'll see. Giulia Tarantino, devo parlare in inglese purtroppo. Questa è una diretta per i fan di Gable's Inferno in America e in Sud America, quindi ti chiedo scusa, ma purtroppo devo parlare in inglese. In love like Gabriel was with Giulia. Have you ever been in love with like Gabriel was with Giulia? Yes, of course, I've been in love many times in my life, and and not all of them were ending in a good way. Of course, I had lovely, beautiful people that I loved in the past, and you know, I didn't have many serious girlfriends. I had probably 4 or 5 long stories, 3 years more or less each. But I would say that I love them very much, and sometimes they love me back, sometimes a little less. But I mean, that's part of life. So we laugh and we cry. That's what it is. Do I have a girlfriend now? I had it, and we are in the middle of a little bit of a break, kind of but I mean, we still love each other very much, so we'll see. Are you veggie or vegan? Not really, no. I tried to be vegetarian in the past, but unfortunately, like, fibers are not really good for me. If I go too much on fiber, like my intestines doesn't like it, so I have to be omnivorous. I eat basically everything. I try not to eat meat, not that much, or at least white meat or fish. But in general, I'm a massive fan of the environment and in general of the respect that we have to, you know, give to animals. So I would love to be even more, you know, productive to that sense. And actually, I did a lot of things in the past. I'm working right now specifically on on a project to actually use nets, fish nets on the rivers to actually avoid plastic to get into the ocean. And I think it will be possible in the next year and a half, but it's, you know, bureaucracy in Italy is very long and big, and it takes a little bit of time. But I think we will do the first one in Rome, and then from there I hope to expand this to, you know, the entire country, I hope. And then who knows, maybe other country will take this as an example, because I think that, you know, when it comes to being you know, an environmentalist or a friendly people to the environment, you need also to, you know, not just to not eat meat or whatever, or, you know, animals in general, but you need to do something for them, because otherwise it's not sufficient, you know. And so unfortunately I cannot just sustain myself with veggies, but I'm trying to do my part and to, you know, extend laws and stuff that will go through that direction. And, you know, I would love to be supported by you guys, but it's very difficult to let people change their habits. So it's a long process, but we're working on it, and I'm pretty sure that we will make big goals. We will. About Gabriel's from the book, just when you portrayed him. Is there anything that you wanted to change about Gabriel from the book to the film when you portrayed him? Well, I would say that I partially answered this question already. I think that Gabriel in the very beginning was very cynic and very hard on Julia, and I'm not that person. So, and you know, it was very difficult because Julia is like, Melanie is like this little beautiful girl from the fairy tale. It's like she has this beautiful hair, all over shiny. She smells like flowers. She's always smiling, and she's just this. She's a tough girl, but she's very delicate. You know, like she has this white skin, perfect skin. She's like a little doll. So you don't want to ruin that, you know. And so it was very hard for me in the very beginning to switch from when we were together out of set and being Giulio and Melanie to being into Gabriel's and, you know, and Melanie's and Julie's character. So in the very beginning, Tosca was like, more Gabriel, more Gabriel. That is good. I love very much, but I need to see Gabriel. And I was like, oh gosh, let's go back. Let's do another one. And so I was trying to be more cynic and more hard on her. But then little by little, we found the right tone, and I think we did a great job. What to say more? Are you dating someone at the moment? No, not at all.